ask why I look like a middle-aged man lost in the Caribbean. But just the other day, I was watching TV, and I saw this ad.
Peter Popoff wants you to know that God can reverse every negative verdict in your life. You don't have to live a life sentence of lack and defeat. You can be free to enjoy all of God's richest blessings. That's why He wants to send you your free packet of Miracle Spring Water, your point of contact for the miracle you need, now in a larger size.
Yup, you heard that right. If you have any hardship or challenge in your life whatsoever, God can alleviate that for you, as long as you pay this rotting ventriloquist doll of a man. That's right, we're talking about Peter Popoff, who is a televangelist and faith healer. Now, what is a televangelist and what the hell is a faith healer, you may be asking yourself? Well, televangelists are essentially ministers who provide their message or do their main performance, I would call it, over a large media, whether that be TV, radio, or the other. Now, there's nothing wrong with this inherently, but there are a few people who use this media, being able to reach out to as many people across the world as possible, to their advantage by, I don't know, taking advantage of those that are vulnerable and ruining lives in the process. Sorry, I meant providing the message of love and healing through the power of faith. But you don't want to hear from me. Let's hear from the man himself.
You can be free to enjoy all of God's richest blessings. That's why He wants to send you your free packet of Miracle Spring Water.
You can be free to enjoy all of God's blessings, as I show a fancy car, a boat, walking on the beach in a large estate. You might be asking yourself, how do I get God's blessings? A free packet of Miracle Spring Water. Do I have to spell this out for anyone? While, hey, that's super awesome to think that a packet of Miracle Spring Water will get me a yacht, something tells me that it's complete and utter bullshit. Because, I don't know, because it is. I mean, how is this even a thing? How is this still a thing? Obviously, this is an old commercial. You can tell by just the general quality of it. But I literally saw this commercial today. Not this exact one, but I saw one similar to it today. How? How am I still seeing ads like this? For those that don't know, Peter Popoff was exposed for being a complete fraud. He's been doing this for a long time, but recently hasn't anymore because of the fact that he was exposed. He is literally a liar and a fraud that used a concealed earpiece to receive radio messages from his wife, who was picking out people in the crowd or the audience and just giving him the secrets to everything. This man was literally exposed as a complete fake, and yet his ads still run on cable television and other mediums. It is absolutely insane that his stuff is able to remain up when he is very clearly has a history of lying and deceiving and not telling the truth. But no, obviously he must have changed, right? He turned over a new leaf, and obviously the fucking miracle water is a secret blessing, right? I mean, obviously.
I had been in 2 car accidents, and the doctors kept saying, well, here, you got to take painkillers. I used your Miracle Spring Water, and it's gone.
This woman used the water instead of actual prescribed painkillers, and they apparently worked. Miracle Spring Water does not work the same way that painkillers do. Don't get me wrong, the placebo effect is a very strong and credible source, but holy shit, to even insinuate that that is the same is insane.
The banks had told me that I could not get another home. I prayed, I believed, I followed every instruction, and on May 26th, we closed on our dream home.
I prayed, I did everything that you told me to do, and I finally got the home that I've been trying to get for so long, right? Hey, super great. Awesome story. I'm glad that you got the house you were looking for, but I don't see how spring water is supposed to help you close on a home. Because it's not how it works. That's not actually, it's not real.
Stop settling on less and reach for God's best. God is a God of more, and now there's more Miracle Spring Water in a new, larger package.
Oh, thank the Lord that it's in a larger size, because obviously the more amount of this you have, the better off you are, I guess.
You had sent me the water and I used it. You told me I was going to get a check for $7,000. Sure enough, I got a check in the mail. It was exactly $7,000.
Another check for $4,700 for me to move to New York City. Glory to God. Supernatural wealth transfer.
Well, hey, glory to God. These people are getting literal checks for money, for large sums of cash. Could you imagine? Could you imagine walking into a bank with a check that was apparently signed by God? Like, that's not how that works. You can't just walk into your local US bank and just be like, hey, got this check. I just found it. It was just mailed to me. That's crazy. It's, $7,500 and it's from God. So if you would please, you can put it right in my account. That'd be great. No, the poor teller would just be like, yeah. It totally, I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was God.
Police, put your hands up.
No, that's so ridiculous. How? I want to see these checks. These women are saying checks. So do they, can I see one of these? Can I just prove for myself and just verify that God is just signing out just $10,000 checks on a whim? Because if that's the case, hey homeboy, send that to all of us, bro. Come on. Damn. God was over here giving stimulus checks way before coronavirus came here. That is insane. That is crazy to think about. It really makes you wonder, if he's capable of doing this, of just sending us all a stimulus check, why doesn't he just do that? Why do I have to get magical spring water from Peter Popoff in order to receive a check from God? That doesn't really... Why does he have to be this unnecessary middleman in the way? Why can't I just speak straight to the big man himself and get that check?
I will send you the Miracle Spring Water. I'll send you the instructions. I'll tell you how to use it to see total victory in every area of your life.
Instructions on how to use it? I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's water, right? I mean, that lady was taking it like painkillers, so I assume... you ingest painkillers, so you would ingest this miracle water, right? But then you look over at Peter Popoff's website, and no, you're not supposed to consume it. How do you just rub it on your skin? I'm confused. How do you consume the said miracle water? How do you make the thing? How does it? Say what you want about people like Peter Popoff. They are charismatic and really good manipulators. They know how to talk, they know how to make you feel listened and loved, and they know how to make themselves feel and seem powerful. They convince you that they have this beautiful connection with God, this direct one-for-one line, and that anyone that they touch will be blessed with the same love of God that they receive on a daily basis. People like Peter can trick people who otherwise don't know any better into following their awful schemes, because while Peter would know better, he gets to talk to God and I don't, so what do I know? Faith is a very powerful motivator. And religion has such a strong grip on so many people. Essentially, the transaction is, I'll tell you whatever you want to hear, just give me money. And that is such a dangerous and shitty fucking thing to do. I've been cracking jokes and having fun with this video, but what people like Peter do is genuinely fucked. They take advantage of people who are sick, who are dying, or who are in such desperate need that they feel like they have no one else to turn to. He preys on people like that and takes advantage of them. It just blows my mind to think that people like Peter sleep at night knowing what they do to very vulnerable people on a regular basis. No, fuck that. I know exactly how they sleep. He sleeps on his gigantic bed in his gigantic house, all paid for by people who are vulnerable. Because Peter doesn't give a fuck. Why would he? Obviously, he says, oh, you earn this for free. You get this miracle water for free. I'll send it to you. That's not how it works. Obviously, the process of actually acquiring this miracle water costs money. Whether that be shipping and handling, the postage, or whatever other fee that he asks of you, there is money included. And it is deceitful and straight up fraud that he approaches this with, it's free. It's free. I'll send it to you. But then there's actually several hidden costs along the way. That means it's a paid product because you're paying so much in fees and shipping and other bullshit just to acquire it. And that's where Peter makes his money. And the worst part about all of this is Peter gets away with this scot-free. There is no punishment or consequences for his actions. And it's fucked up. Part of me would think, man, wouldn't the government do something to step in and stop obvious frauds like this? But no, obviously old rich white people are not holding other old rich white people accountable. Surprise. Woo. People like Peter Popoff, Kenneth Copeland, and all those other televangelists just get to go on and be on their private fucking flights and their big ass yachts and their exotic sports cars, and everyone else just gets to suffer. It's fucked up. And it's so fucked up that it has still continued to exist and that there hasn't been any real punishments for these people. I get that holding them accountable is probably more complicated than I could ever imagine, but it is still wrong that they're able to just run around with no consequences whatsoever and just live out the rest of their fucking days rich off their asses, while other people who they take advantage of, who are already needy and in need, just continue to suffer along the way. These people are genuinely some of the worst fucking slimiest pieces of garbage on this earth, and it is just so insane to me that they just still exist. Even to this day, we are still getting advertisements for this fucking miracle water, and it's so stupid. Obviously it doesn't work, but hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that magical cure water really did solve everyone's hardships and problems, right? How would I know unless I try it myself? Is exactly what I thought. That's right. I got some of that Peter Popoff special. I'm gross. I got some of that magical spring water myself. And I'm ready to put it to the test. Alright? Because it's wrong for me to go out here and speak like I know the truth of anything when I haven't given it a test myself. Maybe it really will solve all the hardships in my life. There's only one way of knowing. See you on the other side. Peter, I didn't believe you. I was a skeptic of you and your faith, but when I tried that miracle spring water, the truth was revealed. My penis grew 3 inches, and none of it would have happened if it weren't for you, Peter. I'm finally at 4 inches. It's all for you, Peter. It's so girthy now.
I sell miracles like Peter Popoff. Who's there? Knock, knock, I get you knocked off. Just like a drop top, she take her top off. That's my little thot, she keep me rock hard. She give me top till she get locked up. Girl, so nasty, just like some coleslaw. And public, she classy and keep her composure. All of my clothes is strong, we older. All of my hoes keep their nails and toes. No niggas with degrees, and they still